British American Tobacco said on Friday that it had made a non-binding offer to buy the remaining 57.8% of Reynolds American that it does not already own in a cash and share deal worth $47 billion. The proposed deal would create the world's largest publicly traded tobacco company based on net sales. It comes just over 2 years after Reynolds American agreed to acquire its smaller tobacco rival Lorillard for $27.4 billion. The Lorillard deal was completed last year. The transaction would combine two of the world's largest tobacco companies, with brands that include Camel, Lucky Strike, Newport, and Pall Mall. Besides a strong share of the market in the United States, the combined company would have a significant presence in Asia, Africa, the Middle East and South America, British American Tobacco said. British American Tobacco said in a letter to the Reynolds American board that it had offered $56.50 a share in cash and shares, representing a 20% premium over Reynolds American's closing price on Thursday. "We have been a shareholder in Reynolds since its creation in 2004 and have benefited from its growth in the U.S. market," Nicandro Durante, the British American Tobacco chief executive, said in a news release. "The proposed merger of our two great companies is the logical progression in our relationship and offers all shareholders a stake in a stronger, truly global tobacco and next-generation products company." Under the terms of the deal, for each share of Reynolds they own, investors would receive $24.13 in cash and 0.5502 shares of British American Tobacco. Reynolds American, based in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, is the parent company of R.J. Reynolds, the second largest tobacco company in the United States behind Altria Group. Its cigarette brands include Camel and Newport, as well as the smokeless tobacco brands Grizzly and Kodiak. It also holds the rights to the Natural American Spirit brand in the United States after it agreed to sell the international rights to the cigarette brand to Japan Tobacco Group for $5 billion last year. It also holds the rights to the cigarette brands Kent, Lucky Strike and Pall Mall in the United States. Reynolds American reported sales of $10.7 billion in 2015 and employs 5,600 people. British American Tobacco said that it was required to publicly disclose its proposal to Reynolds promptly under United States securities laws and that it had not yet negotiated with Reynolds as a result. The transaction is subject to an endorsement by the independent directors of Reynolds and approval by shareholders of both companies. British American Tobacco, which is based in London, sells cigarettes and other tobacco products in a portfolio that includes more than 200 brands, including Dunhill and Rothmans. It reported revenue of £13.1 billion in 2015, or about $16 billion at today's exchange rate, and employs more than 50,000 people worldwide. Centerview Partners, Deutsche Bank and UBS are advising British American Tobacco on the proposed transaction.